What is going on, everybody? Sports expert here, and we are here with Week 5 NFL picks. It was definitely an interesting week. Week 4, we had some good games, we had some not so good games, but, you know, looking at the slate, I mean, there's a lot of games where it's really tough to pick an underdog, so, I mean, there's some good games, there's some really bad games, but, we'll pick these ones, and before we start, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell, like the video, comment what you think. I would appreciate that, everybody. It helps the channel out. It helps us in the algorithm. It helps everybody out in the community. So I would really appreciate that, guys. So let's get started with Thursday Night Football. As we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Broncos coming off a tough loss at home. They're probably going to be without Randy Gregory and Javonte Williams for this game due to injuries. Colts are coming off a tough home loss as well. It was a road loss for Denver and a home loss for Indianapolis. Indianapolis might be without Darius Shaquille Leonard and Jonathan Taylor on Thursday as well. So we got some injuries on both sides of the ball. Definitely could be a sloppy game here. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos in this one. I trust Russell Wilson more at home in Mile High than I do Matt Ryan. I just don't really see much from the receiving core of Indianapolis. I think there's just more talent on that Broncos offense, and I think they'll be able to outscore Indianapolis without a problem here. Not really going to put much analysis in this game, but that's really all I can say with Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. The New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. This will be a London game at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The Packers are coming off that overtime win versus the Patriots, and Giants are also coming off a win versus the Bears. So the Packers, I think they should be able to win this one. Why wouldn't they? The Giants are 3-1, but are they really that good? They're okay. But any game is losable with Daniel Jones in that game. So, and with the Giants, but give me the Packers in this one. I think the defense will show up, do enough. I just don't trust the Giants in this position. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. The Steelers are now starting Kenny Pickett, but Mitch Trubisky has a chance to start next week. Mike Tomlin doesn't know what he's going to do. I wouldn't be surprised if Pickett got the start, but at Buffalo, that's a tough environment to play at. I'm going to take Buffalo here, 36-12. Easy win for the Bills. I think Josh Allen will finally, relieve himself from that stress that he's had these past couple games, and I think he's going to, he needs an easy game like this, and I think Buffalo should take care of business here. So, Pittsburgh, their schedule is not ideal coming up. They could realistically start 1-7 with Mike Tomlin. Is that going to happen? That's tough, but yeah. The Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Chargers are coming off a nice win at Houston. Almost choked that game, though. I don't think the Chargers looked absolutely amazing, especially defensively. They had a lot of issues, even on possessions where they got stops. It seemed like they had issues. And the Browns, coming off a bad road loss against the Falcons. They should be getting Clowney and Garrett back next week, which I think will help, especially with the run defense, which really struggled today. But give me the Browns in this one. I'm going to take the Browns in this one, 27-24. I feel like if the Browns would have won today, I probably would have taken the Chargers, but give me the Browns in an upset here. I think they'll do enough against the Chargers. Chargers are going to, feel the pressure of the injuries and everything going on with them. So it's like the Chargers, they have talent, but are they really utilizing it to its full potential? And with the injuries, we don't know what's going to happen. But give me the Browns in this one. I think Nick Chubb could go off again. The Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are at home coming off a London win against the Saints, and the Bears are coming off a loss against the Giants. So give me the Vikings in this one at home. Not really going to pick an upset here. Bears, bad team. They're going to be bad this year. The Vikings, they're supposed to be competing for the division, supposedly. And even the NFC, some people think I don't know about that. But give me the Vikings in this one. I think it'll be closer than people think just because of the ineptability of Kirk Cousins. And, Justin Fields can make plays. But the Bears aren't a team that's going to get absolutely blown out, I feel. But they won't, compete to win these games. Give me the Vikings. The Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. The Lions are coming off a 48-45 loss versus the Seahawks. And the Patriots are coming off a tough overtime loss at Green Bay. I think this game is going to sting for New England, this Green Bay game. And with Bailey Zappi potentially starting, I don't trust them at all. I know the Lions defense has really struggled, but I think they'll go to New England. Matt Patricia is coaching with New England now. Maybe they know a bit about the Lions, but I don't know. Even the Lions might know a bit about Patricia, who's actually been the main offensive play caller. So give me the Lions in this one, 31-21. I think Goff will do enough. I think they'll get Amon-Ra St. Brown back. Hopefully they'll get DJ Chark back. We don't know about that. But I think the Lions should be fine in this one. They should score enough to win. Seahawks Saints at New Orleans. Seahawks coming off that big win versus the Lions. I know they scored 48 against Detroit, but Detroit's defense is poor, like I said. I think they're going to take a step back here. I think New Orleans is able to pull it off. I think they'll get some guys back. Kamara should play in this game. Winston, we'll see about him, but I think Andy Dalton would do a fine job, fine at home. And they'll probably get some guys back, and I'm not worried about the Saints here. They're going to need a win here, and I think Dennis Allen's team will fight to the end here. Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. Jets look sloppy today. They did get the win, but I felt like they look sloppy. The Dolphins, I doubt will play in this game, but I think the receiving core is just too much of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Mike Gesicki's still out there. I think it'll be too much for the Jets. I think in the Jets, they lost Max Mitchell due to injury today. They've had so many injuries on that offensive line. Give me the Dolphins in this one, 30-18. I think they just have too much firepower and are more healthy. Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Falcons surprisingly have a solid offense. Their offense absolutely isn't horrible. But at Tampa, it's tough to trust them, especially with Tom Brady trying to get back into rhythm. I think the Bucs are going to pull this one out 32-22 at home. I think Brady should do just enough. He's got all his receiving options back. He's got Evans, Godwin, Gage, Jones all in there. Now Cole Beasley as well. So give me Atlanta in this one to lose and Tampa to win. Mariota not having a bad season, but Falcons, a team that won today because of running the ball. I think the Bucs are going to prevent that, especially with the run stoppers. They got solid run stoppers in Joe Tryon, Shoyika, and Vita Vea, Shaquille Barrett in there as well. Yeah. Titans at the Commanders. This could even be my upset of the week. Like I said, the upsets don't look appealing this week. Titans on the road at Washington. Anything could happen here. I feel like Washington is a place where teams can play really sloppy. So give me the Titans to lose in this one to Washington. I think Carson Wentz somehow is a weirdly good game. I'm going to take him to win this game. Titans defense can be really sus at times, can be really good at times. The only issue today was the Colts don't have any receivers. Commanders have more options out there. They have Jahan Dotson, who's impressed so far in his rookie year. They have Curtis Samuel. Brian Robinson's coming back, I think, or maybe he came back already. Antonio Gibson's still out there. He can run, he can catch, receive, whatever. But, yeah. And don't forget about the tight end, Logan Thomas. Terry McLaurin, obviously their number one receiver. So I think the Commanders' weapons will be huge in this game. They don't have the greatest defense in the world. I know that, but I'm not going to be going 100% in the Titans here. The Titans already did lose to the Giants, so give me the Commanders in an upset here at home. Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Not really going to talk about this one too much. Texans lost at home to the Chargers. Jaguars lost on the road to Philly. Tough loss for the Jaguars, but at the same time, not too surprising. But the Jaguars are the much better team here. Davis Mills, I just don't trust him to get the job done on the road for his first win at Jacksonville. I think Doug Peterson will easily outcoach Lovie Smith. I think that'll be enough for this one. San Francisco 49ers at the Carolina Panthers. Not going to spend too much time on this one. 49ers play tomorrow, Monday night. And the Panthers lost 26-16 at home against Arizona. Panthers are a really sloppy team. Sloppy coaching. Sloppy quarterback play. Sloppy receiving play too. Lots of drops. Lots of bad passes from Baker Mayfield. Lots of bad coaching. Just all around really sloppy, especially offensively. Defense isn't too bad though, but the offense is really, really poor. I'm going to say the 49ers win this one. I think their defense will be way too much for Baker Mayfield and the coaching staff. Yeah, I do say the coaching staff because the coaching staff is pretty bad. And if you got to say a team's going to be too much for a coaching staff, it's not ideal. That's what you got to say for Carolina here. Give me the 49ers in this one. Jimmy G should do enough to win. Cowboys at the Rams. I know the Cowboys are 4-0 with Cooper Rush, but I think it's going to come to an end here. I'm going to take the Rams in this one, 23-14. Stafford should do enough against a slightly depleted Dallas team. I think the Rams will have more firepower in this one. I can see the Rams losing tomorrow, and they end up winning this one, but we'll see what happens there. Give me the Rams in this one, 23-14. Like I said, Cowboys could come out here and easily win this game. For sure. Maybe John Foster will know some things we don't about the Rams. Who knows? As he's with the Cowboys right now. Maybe give some info to Mike McCarthy. But at the same time, I'm not trusting Mike McCarthy over Sean McVay in this one at all, especially with Cooper Rush. He's due to lose. Give me the Rams. Eagles at Cardinals. Eagles coming off that win. Only undefeated team so far. 4-0. And the Cardinals also coming off a win at Carolina. So I know Kyler Murray had a solid second half, but I'm going to stick with the Eagles in this one. I think they'll go to 5-0. Jalen Hurts didn't have the greatest game today. He bounces back against a poor secondary. The Cardinals, going to be a tough task with Philly. I think Philly's a really good matchup. The Cardinals are a really good matchup for Philly, but I think that's obviously a negative for Arizona. And yeah, give me the Eagles. Sunday Night Football, Bengals at Ravens. This could go either way for sure. But the Ravens' defense and coaching is definitely sus right now. You could even say the Bengals' coaching is a bit sus. But I'm going to say the Bengals go on the road and take out Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Give me Joe Burrow in this one at home. At Baltimore, on the road. Big signature win. Joe Burrow proves everybody wrong here. Everybody that's been talking smack on him to start the season. And yeah, Lamar Jackson, solid football player. He's obviously having a solid season, but I think he's going to fall short once again. Give me Burrow in this one. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. That'll be a lot for a Ravens secondary that's been up and down so far, and I just don't know if the Ravens will have enough. Monday Night Football, Raiders at the Chiefs. I think this is going to be a shootout. Raiders are 1-3, got their first win today, meaning the Houston Texans are the only team that hasn't won a game, and the Chiefs are playing Sunday night. Yeah, give me the Chiefs in this one, 37-32. I honestly think the Chiefs will end up pulling this one out, So, Patrick Mahomes, I think, assuming they do lose this game versus the Bucs, I think Chiefs will come out and win this one. It'll be somewhat of a bounce back. A few years ago, I remember the Raiders did beat the Chiefs. It was 2020, I believe, yeah, in Kansas City, but not going to happen this time. Give me the Chiefs here. It'll be too much. Guys on offense should step up. Juju Smith-Schuster, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the Raiders. It should be a very competitive game. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to trust Patrick Mahomes over Derek Carr in this situation. I don't think he wants to repeat what happened in 2020. So I appreciate everyone being here. Sports Expert here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. And another thing, Andy Reid should out coach Josh McDaniels. Like the video. Comment what you think. Would appreciate that, guys, so much. I'm out, guys. Sports Expert here. Peace.